Have you ever felt that heavy sinking feeling in your chest? It's more than just an empty bank account, it's feeling stuck, left behind. You scroll through your phone, seeing a world of choices and freedom that feels out of reach. You wonder, when will it be my turn? Most people think they will get serious about money once they have some, but that's backward. The real key is learning to handle money when you have none. The pressure is real, from family, society, yourself. Saying no to friends, skipping gifts, cutting back on groceries, it all adds up. It feels like a race you can never win, working hard but always ending up back at zero. But this isn't your final destination, it's your starting point. Feeling cornered can be the most powerful catalyst for change. The journey to financial freedom doesn't start with a windfall or a high-paying job. It starts with a decision, right now, with what you have, even if it feels like nothing. Discipline isn't about shame, it's about building strength in the toughest moments. You're not alone. Many have been here, staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., wondering how to break the cycle. But this is where change begins. The first step is deciding to take control, no matter how small that control feels. Let me tell you about Leo. Every month, the first 2 weeks after payday felt okay. Bills paid, maybe a small treat. But then, anxiety crept in. The last week was always the hardest. Leo's wallet felt empty, his desk stacked with bills. He'd regret the small purchases. Coffee, forgotten subscriptions, takeout. Each seemed minor, but together, they drained him. Leo wasn't lazy. He worked hard, but felt powerless with money. The real pain wasn't just being broke, it was feeling out of control. He waited for a raise, a better job, some rescue from the outside. But the rescue never came. One night, overwhelmed, Leo realized he was waiting for money to fix his discipline. But discipline had to come first. The turning point wasn't more income, it was a new mindset. Leo saw that change had to start from within. He stopped waiting for a miracle. He decided to become his own rescue. That's when everything started to shift. That night was Leo's breaking point, and his breakthrough. He realized the problem wasn't his paycheck, but his discipline. He'd always said, when I have more, I'll save. But that day never came. Money doesn't create discipline, discipline creates money. Leo couldn't control his income overnight, but he could control his habits. He stopped seeing his situation as a prison and started seeing it as training. He began practicing the habits of a wealthy person, even without wealth. Each small discipline choice was a step forward. For the first time, Leo felt empowered. He wasn't a victim. He was the architect of his future. The path wouldn't be easy or quick, but he saw a way forward. He committed to attention, intention, and consistency. No more waiting for a miracle. Leo was ready to build his own, one choice at a time. The journey had finally begun, and it started with a single decision. Leo focused on the small leaks in his finances, the daily coffee snacks impulse buys. He realized these rewards were actually roadblocks, so he made his coffee at home, saving $100 a month, packing lunch instead of buying it, saved even more. He unsubscribed from marketing emails, and waited 24 hours before any non-essential purchase. Most of the time, the urge passed. These weren't huge changes, but they added up. Each conscious choice was a vote for his future self. Leo was building a new identity, mindful, intentional, disciplined. He wasn't just saving money, he was proving he could change. The satisfaction of control was better than any cup of coffee. Small victories built his confidence. He learned that mastering the little moments was the foundation for bigger wins. Every saved dollar was a step toward freedom. Leo was no longer careless with money, he was becoming the person he wanted to be. And that felt better than any impulse buy. Leo's next step was facing the truth, tracking every penny. He carried a cheap notebook, logging every expense, big or small. The first week was a shock. Snacks, forgotten subscriptions, mindless spending. But seeing it all in black and white changed everything. Money became concrete data, not just stress. He spotted patterns, spending more when tired or stressed. Awareness was like turning on a light in a dark room. Tracking became a daily ritual, a moment of mindfulness. It wasn't about guilt, but about making better choices tomorrow. Before every purchase, he'd think, I'll have to write this down. That pause often stopped him from spending. Leo was no longer flying blind, he had a map. He was finally in the driver's seat. Each day, he grew more accountable. The numbers told the real story, and with that clarity he could finally change direction. Knowledge became his power. With the leaks plugged and spending tracked, Leo started having a little left over each month. Instead of spending it, he opened a separate savings account. No debit card, no easy access. Every extra dollar went there, no matter how small. The amount didn't matter, the habit did. Saving is a muscle. If you can't save $10, you won't save $1,000. Leo was training his brain. A portion of everything he earned was for his future. Watching the account grow, even slowly, was motivating. It was proof his discipline was working. The habit was more important than the number. He was planting a seed, nurturing it with every deposit. When his income grew, the system would already be in place. The muscle would be strong. Leo was building the foundation for real wealth. He learned that discipline with little leads to abundance with more. The system mattered more than the sum, and every small act of saving was a step toward freedom. Leo was ready for bigger opportunities. The final lesson Leo learned was the power of delayed gratification. True freedom isn't having everything now, it's making choices your future self will thank you for. Packing lunch, skipping the movie, saving $20, these weren't sacrifices, but investments in peace of mind. Each act of discipline was self-love, a promise to his future. Discipline is the heart of financial freedom. It's shifting from consumer to investor, not just with money, but with your energy and focus. The small sacrifices today are seeds for tomorrow's freedom. The discipline you build now is the foundation for everything ahead. Don't wait for a raise or a miracle. Start today. Make your coffee at home. Track your spending. Move $5 to savings. Feel the power in that small, intentional act. Discipline isn't punishment. It's the path to power. Your future is written in your daily habits. Start small, stay consistent. Watch your discipline build the future you deserve. The journey begins now, and every step counts.